Alrighty, good morning everybody, welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be playing some Final Fantasy VII with the Remako mod with its neurally generated super textures that are the next best thing to if Square Enix had ever bothered to make an HD remake that actually used the masters of the 3D stuff for the pre-rendered cutscenes. I hope everybody can hear me. Please let me know in the chat if there's any issues with the audio. I'm pretty sure my mic is coming through fine, but the game audio may be a little loud. We'll see how it goes. Let's get started, shall we? It's all very whooshy in this beginning bit. All right, here we go. So you can already see there that they've done an amazing job on the backgrounds here and on the FMV. And I gotta turn down this audio, I can't hear myself talk. Yeah, they've done an amazing job, and like comparing that FMV to the default PC version of it, or heavens forbid the PlayStation original, it is a lot clearer. So let's strip these dudes of their potions. We'll fight these fellas. Yeah, this is also my favorite game in the series. I've played a few of them. I've beaten 9. I've mostly beaten 10. But Final Fantasy VII has been my favorite from the start. Yep, there's never an end to the corpses. Alright, I think I'm just gonna go with the default names for this run. It'll make everything easier to follow and more thematic. See, Cloud doesn't care what people's names are anyway. Alright, Barrett, you're coming with me. I mean, it is the first time I interacted with the game a friend was playing and we decided to call Tifa Jiggly. Probably won't be going that route in this playthrough. Yeah, you can do that in this game as well with a, I mean, is it too late for spoilers for this game? Do people care if I spoil things, or should I, not ruin surprises? Well, there's a character in this game called Red 13 who Red 13 is his experiment number from the lab, but later on you find out what his real name is. So usually when I play, I'll call him his actual name. But, you know, I want this playthrough to be canon, so. But see, this section here in the Mako reactor, you can really see the difference that the upscaling of the textures it's made. There's so much more detail that was just about impossible to see in the earlier versions of the game. Hey, I'm all about interacting with them chats. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. You think I'm about to die and need a potion or something? Right, so here's where we start getting into our plot. We're helping out these, well, I don't know, can I even say it? I'll get demonetized. Oh wait, this is Twitch. We play some freedom fighters who are fighting against the mega corporation that's trying to suck the life out of the planet. Every Final Fantasy VII run I do is a 100% marathon run. We'll see how it goes. I'm usually pretty good at not missing things. I'll tell you what though, Shinra has some really weird security. I don't know what these floating jellyfish things are supposed to be. I've certainly never seen any corporations I've been to. Yeah, you can do some pretty crazy stuff with materia later in the game when you've got access to a lot of options and do a lot of grinds to get everything leveled up. Oh, maybe it's a Norwegian Blue. One of the interesting things about this algorithm that they've used to clean up everything, it gives everything a kind of like a painterly kind of feel, which I really appreciate. I'm gonna go ahead and save my game just in case I screw everything up horribly. Oh, and I neglected to do something that I should have done. It's a pretty good idea to put Barrett in the back row because he has a long-range weapon. So after this battle, I'll select him out. And because Barrett's got a long-range weapon, he can hit enemies in the back row without a reduction in damage. Alright, first limit break! Let's go! Shazam! I mean, oh, that's a lot of time to just be sitting there watching knights fly through space and hit things with sticks. Alright, so go here to order. Oh, not you. And you double tap them, that changes the row that they're in. If you're in the back row, you'll take less damage from melee attacks. It's subtle, but it makes a difference. And here, this materia, it looks a little different than it usually does. I have one mod installed, which just changes the appearance of materia and potions and things. Just because I like the way that the mod makes them look. I don't think I can equip materia yet, so I can't actually do anything with that restore. But we got some potions. Oh. Okay, so here's our first hint that there's something going on with Cloud. Some mystery. And our first boss. No, Final Fantasy VII was long before that. So yeah, if you want to W summon a quadcast Bahamut Zero, you're going to be sitting through a lot of animation. Oh, that's not looking good. Let's get some heals happening. Yeah, we gotta watch out for when this guy lifts up his tail, because then he'll smash us both. Oh. Speak of the devil. Alright, so when he raises his tail like that, Barrett's about to explain. He's going to counterattack, and that's not something that we want, so we'll just wait him out. You can defend. I believe it buffs your defense a little bit. Good morning! There we go. Now, I actually managed to play the Final Fantasy VII Remake at PAX a couple of weeks ago. And what we're doing here is pretty much exactly what's in the demo of the remake. The remake is a lot more action-oriented. Like this boss fight actually has cover and positioning, and there's sections where it jumps on the wall and only Barrett can hit it with his ranged weapon. But you've still got all the same kind of options, like the lightning bolt spell, limit breaks. I really had a lot of fun with the demo of the remake, and I'm really looking forward to it coming out in March. Because I'm going to have to buy PlayStation 4. Alright, Barrett's first limit break. Do it! Do it, Barrett! Blow him up! Oh, the kill shot with the limit break. That's what we want. Final Fantasy VII doesn't have an overkill feature like, I think 10 had an overkill. If you do above a certain amount of their remaining damage, you get bonuses to your experience and the AP you collect. Oh no, we gotta run! This place is gonna blow! And I really love that old school timer. Okay, so there's a kind of cheaty little trick that you can do with Final Fantasy VII. If you get back attacked and the enemies surprise you from behind, they do more damage. But if you press, I think on the PlayStation it was all the two L1 and R1 buttons at the same time. You hold those down to run away. If you tap those for a second, you'll start running away, but then when you stop running, you'll turn to face the enemy, rather than having to readjust them manually through the command system, which takes actions. Come on, Jesse, get your foot out of that girder. Well, I think the last time they had any big security issues was like 20 or 30 years ago. I guess they're just not used to it. And they got these jellyfish. Who needs cards when you got jellyfish? Oh, get up the ladder. And yeah, I know there are mods that you can upgrade the character models and things. I experimented a bit with them, but I think I kind of like the charm of the tissue boxes for hands. Also, the big reunion mod pack that includes an updated translation. I kind of like the charm of the sometimes badly translated this guy are sick kind of deal. We'll be seeing a few of those through the game. Alright, here we go. We've managed to escape. Blammo! Look, there is a bit of an issue with the PC version. A lot of the NPC models have gaping open mouths all the time. I think in the original, the mouths weren't working, and they just didn't display at all, so they didn't have a mouth. Then they were supposed to have like two states, just a blank face and an open mouth, and so that they could talk, but it was never implemented. But in the PC versions, it's stuck with the mouth texture active, so it looks like they're walking around with their mouths open all the time. Just weird. Oh, probably eat a bug or something. Yeah, look at all the detail you can see in these backgrounds now. It's really amazing what this guy's managed to accomplish with this mod. I cannot speak highly enough of it. Alright, here we go. This is where chat can help me out. Romance. Clearly I need help with romance. So I'm gonna need you guys to guide me through, navigate me through the hidden dating game of Final Fantasy VII. What options should I choose? For people that haven't played the game before, the romantic options in this game, I mean, there's two real romantic options and two not. And they've all got hidden calculations in the game that keep a tally of how you've reacted to the romantic interests, and then eventually you go on a date, and who you go on the date with is determined by the hidden calculations of how you've interacted with the characters. Alright, first one it is. It's not safe around here. Oh, she's gone. Oh man, look at all these wrecked cars. It's almost like somebody blew up a generator around here. Yeah, what is going on? I'm sure whatever's going on, we had nothing to do with it. Don't be fooled by Shinra. We don't have to worry about some soldiers. They're nothing compared to us. They're not even real soldiers. They're just security guard, police dudes. You can take them down in one hit of our oversized novelty sword. Oh. And I'll tell you what, I've always found this this very Japanese trope of sword beats gun to be entertaining but confusing. Oh, they're everywhere. Ow, shoot me in the back. That's just rude. I mean, it kind of makes sense with Cloud, because his sword is so big that he could, like, stick it in the ground and hide behind it and all the bullets would bounce off. Oh, we're surrounded. Also, there's somebody peeking at us at those windows up the top. Did you guys see that? But thankfully, we've been saved by a passing train. Of course, Wedge and Biggs here are named after the Star Wars characters. One of the few recurring jokes between the Final Fantasy games is having Biggs and Wedge from Star Wars show up everywhere. They were star players on my Blitzball team. Shazam! Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with Barrett's dialogue in the remake. Especially when Barrett makes comments like this. It really makes me wonder how they're going to handle it in the voiceover. moving out. Hashtag asterisk parentheses. Yeah, we certainly wouldn't want to heroically blow up a power station and then fall out of a train to our death. And then they'd have to stop all the other trains. And everybody's train would be late. Look, this manager here, he'd be late to work. I think part of the chair is clipping through his chest. That's gotta be painful. Got some random weirdos on the train. Real calculating leader, he says as he's sitting next to Barrett. Yeah, the aesthetic of the technology in this game is really nice. The Nixie tubes, these like weird arcing lights. I mean, you can't quite call it steampunk or diesel punk. It's sort of magic punk. But it feels a bit too industrial to just call it magic punk. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be the kind of famous that you're looking for, Wedge. Jesse, talk to me. Man, you know you're in a quality RPG when you're looking at a train map. See, this is a very odd piece of dialogue that has never made a lot of sense to me. It's a computer rendering. It doesn't have a scale. Big old pizza in the sky. It seems a little obvious to start with the #1 reactor. Here we're getting a lot of foreshadowing about security checkpoints and identity cards. I wonder if that will come up later. You're just full of surprises. This game also shares a few similarities to Alita Battle Angel, or Battle Angel Alita, depending on which version you're reading or animating or Robert Rodriguezing. Yeah, big city that is above the poor people, and it drops all its rubbish down on them. And people in the slums want to get up to the cool city up in the sky. Also cyborgs. I mean, there's not a lot of cyborgs, but Barrett is technically a cyborg since his hand is a gun. And I'm not sure if I'd want to replace my hand with a gun. I mean, it sounds cool, but it would make it very hard to use a mouse or a controller. What have you got to say for yourself? He's a train man. He's a jaded train man. No, Barrett never seems to question how many innocent people died in the massive explosion and damage we just caused. I guess you could kind of wrap the pasta around the barrels. And then you could also reheat the pasta by firing the gun while it's wrapped around the barrels. Ooh. Now, you can go over here now to the train graveyard. There's not a lot we can do here, but there are some enemies. Enemies that are a bit tough to fight on your lonesome. Well, I mean, I say tough. It's not hugely difficult at the start of the game here. I tend to overgrind these things horribly. Second limit break! Actually, Barrett does kind of shoot a big old meatball with his limit break. He summons that big orange fiery ball. I think you're thinking of Skyrim. Gotta be tougher. We got the hard man, and we got this not quite so confident dude guarding the junk. And we got this fella. What's he doing? That doesn't look right. pillar should come down. So here we have a look at one of the pillars that holds up the plates. So we got this massive pillar, and then running off the side is, I guess it's the machinery that siphons the Mako out of the ground and up to the reactor above. Yeah, see ya. Yeah, I'm coming, Barrett. Jeez. Everybody's freaking out about what's going on. Go away. Just love them homemade cocktails. Closed today. You can actually read the sign here. Saviors of the planet. One exploded power station at a time. Okay, we got these dudes. Sure, I'll take a rest. Have a gill. He used to be in Soldier. Never heard of me, huh? Now this guy here, we can buy something useful, I think. Oh, that reminds me, we got an assault gun for Barrett. We should probably equip that. And we should get some of these iron bangles. The only armor you get in this game is bracelets. It's a bit strange. Don't know how much an iron bangle is going to protect you, but... well, Barrett's not here, so we can't equip him yet. Excuse me. This is the training area where you can learn how all the different systems of the game work, but they're not open yet. Yeah, we already know what's going on. We still don't have access to the materia system. I think we're going to get that in a minute or two. So, I don't know what's going on in this cage at the moment. There's a little kid running around in a cage with some boxes and a wolf. Doesn't seem like a fun time. Or maybe it is. That's what he's into. What? I thought I gave you a gill. What? Alright, kid. Oh wow. I should get a bolt poster like that. That looks amazing. I could use one of those in my room. That guy's got some kind of pin-up, looks like. Yeah, playing with the Remako mod, there's just so much little detail that I noticed that I never... You know, playing this on a PlayStation 1 on a CRT, might as well have just smeared Vaseline over my eyeballs. Alright, Barrett, what's going on? Just tap your foot at me. Now introduced to Barrett's daughter, Marlene. Yeah, one of my friends in high school had a, it's like a 21 or a 22 inch CRT. It was so big that it, when we had a LAN, and the that monitor almost went through the table tennis table we were using. It was that heavy. Did I fight with Barrett? So I think this is one of those romantic options. Though we didn't get the flower from Aris, so who knows what's going on at this point. Both? Keep it together, fellas. Don't get overexcited now. Come on, I'm looking for a vote. Did we fight with Barrett? I think we really had a fight. What does she mean, did we fight alongside? Oh, is that what you were talking about? Oh man. This stream delay is confusing me. Yeah! He's always pushing people around. Cloud is a troublemaker. Tifa. Yeah, I literally just got that. I am behind the curve. Well, I mean, everyone's more or less safe. I mean, who knows how many civilians got crushed by bits of debris. And now Wedge is getting tanked. Or he's eating something. Look, I don't think it looks like there's an ashtray, or maybe that's mystery meat. Yeah, I'll have a drink. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Yeah. You gonna talk to me, Marlene? Nope. We got a cowboy pinball machine. We got draft beer, Texas. Now, what we don't have is eggs and chips. The infamous eggs and chips from the remake that hasn't even come out yet. What a weird combination. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Cigarettes or boxes and matches. Kind of hard to get the scale when it's like 4 pixels. Get in here, fools. We're starting a meeting. Yeah. Yep, I'm getting tanked. So, how did she pour me a drink by slapping around one of the bottles back there? I was actually at a wedding reception the other day, and I ordered a Bellini. And the girl behind the bar, she got the peach nectar and she got the Prosecco, and she was struggling to get the cork out of the bottle of Prosecco. And she pulled on it too hard and she let go of the bottle, and it smashed into the floor face first. But the bottle didn't smash. What did happen though was a massive fountain of Prosecco shot out of the top of the bottle and sprayed all over the wall and the ceiling and all over the bottles behind the bar. And then I got my Bellini. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Ah, what's happening on TV? President Shinra is making an address. Bombed by avalanche. Now, did we claim responsibility? I don't remember Barrett sending any official messages, or making any phone calls. Did he send a letter in advance? Or a Shinra just saying that we claimed responsibility? There is no need to fear. Soldier has been mobilized. It's just senseless violence. Yeah, he is kind of creepy looking. And where did they get that photo from? Must have been a helicopter in the air, because that's... Unless the picture was taken from Shinra headquarters. Was there anyone from Soldier fighting us today? None. Time to talk money. Shut up. I don't care about Shinra or Soldier. just want to be friends. Don't know if we can talk to Biggs. I think he's dead. Nope. Just constant blowing off. It never ends. Nothing to do with me. How do you respond to something like that? Do I go on the offensive? Or do I apologize? Gotta get that date. Seven years ago. Well, that's what the sky's like in the mountains. This is a flashback back to their hometown of Nibelheim, or Nibelheim. I've always called it Nibelheim. Oh yeah? Yeah, Tesla punk. I saw a few people cosplaying as Final Fantasy characters at PAX. I saw a Reno, an Elena, a Tifa, and an Aerith. It'd be the best there is, just like Sephiroth. I was trying to think of what characters I could cosplay from Final Fantasy VII. But let's just say my body type isn't all that appropriate for most of them. I mean, possibly Heidegger. I don't think anybody at PAX wants to see me dressed as Tifa. think they'll rescind my my pass. Well, I mean, seven years before this game, Sephiroth was considered a war hero and was pretty much looked up to by everybody. But you got your childhood dream, didn't you? You joined Soldier. So you're gonna keep your promise. $1,500. We're rich. Ooh, Cloud's angling for more cash. What are you talking about? People call me Capac the Great all the time. Oh, look at this. Look at this state-of-the-art Marco-powered computer. Wonder what kind of games you can play on that. Oh, you gonna make me a drink, Marlene? Apparently not. Well, did I sleep well? So, just who was I sleeping with last night? Alright, the bottom one it is. Oh. Tifa's gonna join us in the fight. The Sector 5 reactor. I don't really know how to use materia. Alright, I'll explain it. Man, I hate questions like that in RPGs. I don't need to go through the tutorial, but I don't want to tell Barrett that he's too dumb to understand how these magical rocks work. Oh. You can't skip these either. Go to materia. Select who you want to equip. You got these slots that you can stick the materia rocks into. You got restore. Then you can slot that into your sword. Now, one of the really cool things about the remake is that you can actually see the materia on your weapons. So, your gear has the actual sockets in it, and you can see the materia that you've socketed in. And your weapons change when you get different ones, which is cool because a lot of the weapons are really cool looking. Yep, magic does stuff. This isn't a tutorial series. I guess I really should have told Barrett he was too dumb. That's right, I'll cut it all out in the edit. And he gives up anyway. Alright, so now we got these two. What we want to do is equip them with these iron bangles. We want to upgrade Barrett's Gatling gun to an assault gun. And for the materia, so the materia will actually decrease your strength but increase your magic. So the more materia you have, the stronger your magic will be. Now, this Cloud's a bit stronger than the others. I'm just going to equip everything on him. And I'll just focus on him for magic, because Barrett's ranged anyway. And, I don't know, Tifa's more punchy. Alright, let's see. So now we can go here to the training room, where there's a hopping save point. And this guy's got an all materia. And then he's got a treasure box with an ether. And then if you talk to him again, the treasure box freaks out. And this wolf will tell us how to use buttons. Wolves are famously known for their ability to operate controllers. Yeah, so that's a little cursor that you can bring up in case you get lost. So this guy can give you all different tutorials. We don't need to know any of that. And then in here there's this girl talking about save points. And then you get this fancy cutscene that says that you don't need to know anything else about save points. And then it gets eaten by a box. Not strange at all. And then you've got these dancing guys. And that's just different stuff about the battle system. And then you got these kids here. And the little kid with the ponytails is going to use a limit break. Wham! He's probably got a concussion or something now. Broken ribs at least. Let's get out of here. We'll go talk to this guy. I think he's like a potion shop. Let's see, we've got a few potions. Might grab some antidotes in case somebody gets poisoned. And I'm gonna go ahead and buy a fire. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get one later, but doesn't hurt to have extras. Yeah, a bunch of punks hanging out in a warehouse, beating each other up. Right, so we got these fellas. Like they got a house full of toys. Biker jackets and a toilet. Some of these houses are kind of weird. And look at this. Who was this weird dude in this? Is that like a fortune telling machine? I don't know. What do these guys got to say for themselves? But the sun not coming back. Sure. And Johnny's gone. Right. Let's go. We got another reactor to blow up. Yeah, where's the parents' bedroom? Where's the kitchen? That guy's gone. These guys are still here. This is the first time we've ever agreed on something. Yes. Well then, shall we? Yes. I have no idea what is going on there. Maybe it makes more sense with a slightly better translation. But why these two just fall through each other and then just lie on the ground huffing and wheezing and urging? I have no idea. If anybody knows, post in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. Ding the bell for notifications. At the train station? Oh, and there's the Shinra manager. Wow, this stream has taken a dark turn. Yipes. Actually, I could cosplay as the Shinra manager, except nobody would know who I was cosplaying as. Well, at PAX this year, I did accidentally cosplay as a character from one of my favorite N64 games. So, we're gonna have to pass through those security checkpoints that Jesse and the others were talking about so much on our last train trip. Oh, 11:45, that's only 10 minutes. The N64 game was called Shadow Man and is one of my favorite games. Yeah, it didn't get a huge amount of recognition. It was a third-person. It was like a third-person adventure RPG kind of game. It was a bit. It was like a lock-on kind of style game, like Ocarina of Time, but a bit more of an adult theme. It was a little bit Metroidvania as well, collecting different abilities that would open up new areas of the game world. And it was about serial killers in the world of the dead. No worries, catch you later, Nadomir. Alright, Mr. Manager, what have you got to say? Wah! Not much. Alright, Tifa, what have you got for me? Well, actually, one of the serial killers, Cruz, wears like a blue Hawaiian shirt and orange pants. And on the third day of PAX, I was wearing my orange suit with the blue tropical shirt. So I looked just like Cruz, and it was somewhat unnerving. Especially when I realized I'd done it by accident. Uh-oh, we've tripped a security alert. They're searching the train. Get to the next car. I'd been looking for some orange pants for ages, for that purpose, quite a while ago, and then I'd completely forgotten about it, and then I got my orange suit, and I didn't even put two and two together until I was looking at myself in the mirror, and I saw a serial killer from an N64 game. Come on, we gotta get moving. Whoa! What? Somebody just beat up that old man. Don't steal my money, you jerk. Oh, it's Johnny. Oh. Who expects underwear bandits? Man, what is going on in this train? This way. Yeah, you look great, just like a man. Right, let's go. A leader always stays until the end. Unless it's a short film based on Star Trek Discovery. Well, Barrett is talking about his spiky ass. Whoop. Alright, and now we're in a train tunnel. So, we're meant to go down the tunnel that way. But we're gonna go this way! Because we're rebels. Now, from the few screenshots we've seen of the remake, these little webby fellows here are going to have a bit more of a role in the remake. They've got like a whole area that they've like covered in webs and things. It looks real creepy, and you gotta like slice through the webs with your sword. Probably one of the things I'm most excited about with things like the Final Fantasy VII Remake is seeing like how the enemies actually interact with the world when they're actually part of it rather than existing in a separate random battle universe. Oh no, back attack. No, I'm not going to use the cheat. It's too cheaty. But what I will do is I'll use the change to get everyone into position. I mean, that is kind of true. But the, yeah, that latest short track that has, the one that's got Archer in it and the tribbles, that is easily the worst piece of Star Trek content that I've ever seen. And that's including all the really bad episodes like Threshold. That whole thing was just like so against the spirit of Star Trek that I just can't even. So, if you head the wrong way down the tunnel, you get to these guys. Gotta turn back. Never! You're the Avalanche! This is on PC, so I bought the game on Steam. I'm not playing it through Steam because for the mods to work, you have to play it sort of directly off the executable. Those guards there with the claws and the ice guns, they're real creepy. I don't know what's up with that. Uh-oh, terrorist attack. Uh-oh, I said the demonetized word. More security's coming. We'll fight them all! Yeah, these guys, like, look at them. They're all, like, hunched, and, like, their legs are splayed out real wide, and they got claws? Like, what are these things? Are they, like, mutated people? Are those, like, really long, weird fingers? Or are they, like, part of, like, a gun that's mounted on their arm? So many questions. And they drop grenades. No, we'll fight them forever. Yeah, that's Tifa's specialty. Oh, actually, I did forget to do something. Right. We're gonna have to get out of here. There's too many of them. Now, I forgot we got that all materia. So what we want to do is we want all restore. And he can keep lightning. And we'll give Barrett A Song of Ice and Fire. And we'll head the right way down the train tunnel this time. I mean, it is. This game is not super difficult. There are some mods you can get that increase the difficulty. But I do like feeling overpowered in an RPG. Like, and there are some challenges you can set for yourself in the game, like defeating the Midgar Zolom early and getting beta on an enemy skill materia. Can be pretty fun. Let's get some curage happening. Right, time for Tifa's first limit break. Yeah, this is a bit tricky because you gotta... The frame rate on the GUI is not great on the PC version. So I didn't get the good one. Only an amateur would get caught by a security sensor. Right, what about over here? Look inside. I'll tell you what, the worst game I had for difficulty was Oblivion. When I was playing Elder Scrolls Oblivion. No, actually I didn't pox at PAX. I had a cold before PAX and it's kind of had a lingering thing, but yeah, with Oblivion, the enemies scale with you. So if you, like, I was putting my skills into, like, skill points into all the different skills, and so the enemies ended up way out leveling me because my damage wasn't keeping up with theirs because I wasn't focusing, and it completely turned me off the game. I ended up getting chased halfway across the continent by a bear that I couldn't do anything to to get it off my tail, and I couldn't do any damage to it because it was too powerful. I ended up leading it into a tavern where it ate everybody in the tavern. Okay, so now we're in the, like, weird support structures that hang off the bottom of the plate. And thanks to the updated graphics, you can actually see, like, down below, you can see the lights of the slums and the buildings underneath, which is really cool. Well, Splitsy and I have been tempted by the co-op mod for Skyrim. We think we might be able to do some pretty cool stuff with that. I haven't checked into its status recently. To see how it's progressing since it was released. Actually might look that up this afternoon. Oh no, hell bubbles! Oh, Barrett's fallen asleep. The cute little skyfish put him to sleep with hell bubbles. What is this thing called? A blue goo. I mean, what kind of a weird ecosystem is this where there's a giant... There's a city on a plate, and under the plate is a bunch of scaffolding, and on the scaffolding lives flying fish. I never really played Morrowind. I've heard really good things about it. Oh, you screwed up my card, Jesse. Why? Which way am I going? Is it this way? Yeah. Got a save point over here. We've got a tent. A tent you can use at save points to recover everybody. I hardly ever use them though. An angry bipedal triceratops. That sounds like Kung Fury. Right, what's going on, Biggs? Snuck in the back way to the reactor rather than catching the train. And now we gotta fight these weird pipe dudes that shoot smog out of their horns. Oh no, cloud's been darknessed. Oh, so is Tifa. Makes it a lot harder to hit. Right, down the slip and slide. Woo! Right, this looks very similar to the first reactor. Possibly a bit better maintained. And if we did play multiplayer Skyrim, I don't know if Splitsy would let me do the Thomas the Tank Engine mod for the dragons, which makes me sad. Alright, here we go. Gonna blow up another reactor. Oh, but Cloud's having another breakdown. Sephiroth. Right, let's go. Beep-a-deep-a-doop. Yeah. No alarms this time. Oh, another limit break. Shazam! I really like these like wolf hound designs in Final Fantasy VII. Just wolves with a weird tentacle. Man, these bad guys really aren't keen about us planting a bomb in their house. Oh no, I've been poisoned. Well, should buy those antidotes. Go on, Tifa. Punch this robo to death. Yeah. Man, these random encounters are going nuts. can't go back up the slip and slide, so I guess we gotta exit the regular way. And these areas in the micro reactors are huge, and they always struck me as being somewhat underutilized in the games. I feel like more cool things could have happened in these areas. Oh, Barrett's gonna shoot his big meatball. Ooh, treasure box. An ether stores one's magic points. If only. Oh. Now this is the kind of minigame that I hate in these kind of games. Well, we're gonna be here for the rest of the day. Ah, there we go. Honestly, they should just add it to the default Skyrim. Should be canon. Alright, these security doors aren't even locking us out. This is too easy. Ah, see, now with the high detail you can see like all the like buildings and stuff underneath, like way down below. See the roads and stuff going through the slums. Man, I love this mod. It's so cool. It's the only thing that could be better is if Square really like did an HD remaster that used the original graphics and re-rendered everything in high res. Uh-oh. It was a trap. It's the president. So the president doesn't remember a first-class soldier's name, huh? Yes, Sephiroth was too brilliant. Such a waste of good fireworks. That's the greatest thing about Barrett. I mean, it's kind of spoilery, but as you go through the game, you find out that Barrett's attitude is sort of something that he it's like a facade that he puts up. He hasn't always been like this. And he's a really interesting character. But yes. But people just see the beginning of the game and they think he's just a stereotype. Oh great, they're sicking a super robot on us. That sounds like a lawnmower. Oh wait, that's the helicopter. And there goes the president. Oh. Here we go. Another, or the first real boss fight. It's the first one that's got the extra music. Now, this guy's a bit weird, so if you attack him in the back, he'll do like nasty counterattacks. Oh, man, that hurt. Oh, well. I think Cloud's gonna get counterattacked. I guess I haven't seen anything this big, well, other than the Scorpion. Oh, great. Now Barrett's gonna get... Oh! I can't turn around now, so it's stuck facing Cloud. Here we go. Tifa, limit break, go get him. Uh-oh. Something's happening. I don't like it. Ooh, a Titan bangle. Ouch. Well, we're in a difficult situation now. Alright, do I want to be strong? Or do I not know if I can hold on? It's, surprisingly is one of the... Pretty sure it's one of the dating options. I mean... I think Cloud at this point is more likely to be strong. Alright, sensitive it is. Help me! Wow, jeez, what a jerk, Barrett. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Uh-oh. No. Now, the question is, who is talking? Back then, I only got scraped knees. Worry about me, worry about yourself. Who are you indeed? Yeah. The good old spelling, question of spelling. Well, I mean, the church is already pretty destroyed. I mean, there's a bit of a question mark in terms of, like, who is this church actually for? Or to? Like, the game doesn't talk much about, gods or anything. Like, Final Fantasy X, they won't shut up about Yevon. I mean, is it though? Maybe the cradle was already here. Do I remember seeing this girl? I don't recall. Yeah, that seems the likely explanation, that it's dedicated to Gaia. It's kind of hard to make out any detail, like... I mean, there's a lot more detail, thanks to the mod, but I can't really make out anything from the stained glass windows. Man, it'd be cool if that happened in Space Engineers. Whenever I like smash into something at high speed, it just starts growing flowers everywhere. But yeah, I didn't really get the impression from the game that people worshipped the planet as a god, but maybe they do. It's hard to say. I mean, it could be a more non-denominational kind of church, I guess. Well, some people would enjoy a whole universe full of flowers. I mean, I'm not really keeping track at all, so... Well, we didn't get a flower or anything, and we did just tell her to get out of there, so... Plus we just, like, fell, like, 50 stories. Or 50 meters. That'd be, what, 20 stories? Yeah, I got materia. Weird, useless materia. It's kind of like the opposite of that, there was that Sith dude in, Knights of the Old Republic 2 that sucked all the life out of everything. I don't mind, or got nothing to talk about. I'm leaning towards I don't mind. Got nothing to talk about seems kind of rude. Oh man, I was talking to somebody about how I would do a Knights of the Old Republic movie. And I was thinking that you have like a big sort of battle sequence in the intro where you see Revan as like a Sith Lord, and then like post credits you cut to like him reviving on the Endar Spire with no memory, and so you know that he's the Dark Lord, but he doesn't, and so you're waiting to see like how he finds out, rather than like, because yeah, rather than waiting for the spoiler. I don't mind. That's fine. What? Go check on flowers. They're right here. See, we can see some stained glass windows over here that look pretty cool, but they're too blown out. I can't make out any details. The one up at, like, up above the door, that one looks kind of like it's got a skull on it. Alright, how are the flowers? That's right, we don't know each other's names. Alright, I'm just gonna go for the default. That's fine. It is in Star Wars. At least in Knights of the Old Republic 1. It becomes somewhat less binary in Knights of the Old Republic 2. Uh-oh. Who's this fella? Oh man, so have any of you guys played through Crisis Core? Alright. What do you mean, don't let it get to me? Bodyguard. He wants to go out on a date as payment for bodyguard work. That sounds like a conflict of interests. Uh-oh. So Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core was on the original PSP, I think. And really annoyingly, they haven't ever done like an HD remaster or released it on the PlayStation Network or anything. So as far as I know, the only way to play it is via PSP or emulator. Uh-oh. Somebody's talking in my head again. Reno. Interesting. I mean, I do have my original PSP buried somewhere. I've actually got the Final Fantasy VII PSP, which is real sweet, but I haven't seen it in a while. It's buried in a box of stuff, I think. But yeah, Crisis Core is a really great game, and it does an awesome job of retroactively setting up a lot of the things in this game, like this scene in the church. Is retroactively foreshadowed in really cool ways. And the ending is absolutely heartbreaking. Even though you know that it's coming, you just Don't step on the flowers, Reno, you jerk. Oh, and now we've got Aeris in the party, and we're using our limit break. I'll leave that up to y'all's imagination, Packet Sender. Okay, so now that we're out of cutscenes and we're back in control, I want to upgrade Aeris to this Titan Bangle. And now she can be the Song of Ice and Fire. Hopefully that doesn't mean she'll die. Yeah, okay. Now in this area, there's a bit of a puzzle up the top here. So you see those barrels? So oh yeah, also in this scene you can see that this church has previously been damaged by a rocket going through it. As far as I know, that hasn't been explained in the rest of Final Fantasy VII canon. It's certainly a story I would be interested in hearing. Because this is in the slums, so presumably the rocket would have had to have landed in the church before Midgar was built. It could be one of Shinra's earlier rockets. They're currently up to the Model 26. Maybe this is like the Shinra Model 3 was almost hit Midgar but ended up in a church instead. I'm pretty sure it's a rocket. It's got a nose cone. Maybe Aeris can tell us since she's just fallen down it. Okay, so now Aeris is down there with the soldiers and she wants help. Now we can help her by pushing these... hold on a minute. We can push them by... push these barrels and they'll fall down and they'll help Aeris out. And I'm going to leave it up to you guys to pick which barrel I should push over. I got left, right, we've got top and bottom. So, votes in the comments. Which barrel should I push? Now the more barrels you save Aeris with, the I think each one is points towards her for the dating game. Alright, first vote I saw was for top. Push the barrel. Uh-oh. That's the wrong one. Aeris is gonna have to fight the guard. Will she do it? Bonk. Okay, Aeris isn't the best at hand-to-hand combat, but we could always just set them on fire. Whoosh. Flammable security guards. Alright. Now we need another barrel. That is true. That's a pretty strong stick. Uh-oh. We've already pushed the barrel. Hold on a minute. We're gonna push this one and see what happens. Ah, that's the one we should have pushed before. Oh, that guard was actually two wolves. Ouch, he tentacled me. This isn't that kind of game. I mean, I guess it's not really a spoiler to say that a wolf in a man suit kind of happens later in the game. Alright. We've got 2 more barrels to push. The barrel on the right, it is. Whoop. Blam! Good job, Krusty. So, I guess that's the hole we fell through in the roof. Oh, I'll tell you what though. I'll tell you what though, one of my favorite things in this game is that noise that the enemies make when they disappear. So you kill them and then they like turn red and they vanish and they go. Oh, I love that sound. And then we jump through the hole in the roof and suddenly the church has shrunk down to the size of a large van. So, the Turks have been after Aris before. Yeah, that's a good question. That rocket should be buried in that rubble back behind the church somewhere, I guess. And yeah, it's pretty strange, but the Turks in this game, they're both the secret police of the evil mega corporation and the comedy relief. Actually, speaking of religious iconography, there's an interesting symbol on the top of the bell tower of the church there that I just noticed for the first time. And now we hop across some garbage with a very nice view of the Midgar central pillar. Whoop. Whoop. Team Rocket. To protect the planet from devastation. Eyes have the strange glow of Mako. I don't know, maybe you could set up an app on your phone that uses the accelerometer so it detects when you jump and it makes a swoosh noise. Let's get out of here. It's all rusty, we'll get tetanus. Mako, man. I want to be a Mako man. Well, and now that we're back on solid ground, we can head straight back to the church. And now there's some little kids here. Yeah, sure. Take care of the flowers. You better not be eating them. And also, now we can get our first good look at the outside of Midgar. So just beyond this fence here is the big old wide world through this weird force field. But yeah, we can't go out there yet. But we can run all the way over here. And do nothing, because there's nothing to do over there. I did see that the Twitch Sings extensions. I don't know if that's a good idea. This is Final Fantasy VII. This is one of my favorite games. Originally came out in 1997, I believe. It was the game that really launched sort of Final Fantasy as a like mainstream series. It was pretty popular on the Super Nintendo, but thanks to the popularity of the PlayStation, Final Fantasy VII became one of the, I think it was the best-selling game on the PlayStation 1. Man, these critters are pretty creepy. Let's get some healing. What's over here? Oh, these dudes. Oh, is that Johnny? No. Just some jerk. Yeah, so Final Fantasy VI was the last of the SNES like tile-based Final Fantasy games. Oh no, these guys are gonna... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. These guys are gonna steal all my money. Ooh. Yeah, so Final Fantasy VI was the last of the tile-based Super Nintendo era ones. Then 7 was the first of the pre-rendered backgrounds, which that went through until 10. And then everything after that was 3D, I think. Right. Now we got this little slum area. A weird guy in a pipe. Oh, I've never heard of the wall market. Got everything I could want. Nice. I want a hamburger. Oh. What? It's this guy are sick, not this guy is sick. Somebody's messed with the translation. Okay, so Final Fantasy IX. I have beaten Final Fantasy IX. I did enjoy it for the most part, but then I got to the end and the credits started rolling and I'm like, what? That's the end? I thought there was going to be more. But then I found out that you can only get Steiner's ultimate weapon by getting up to the final area within like 12 hours. And that just made me really mad because I want to collect everything. And it's impossible to collect everything and get Steiner's sword. And I haven't played it since. Huh. This guy is messed up. There's nothing we can do for him. And he has a tattoo of the number 2. What could it mean? And that might be another rocket that he's living in, come to think of it. What are you doing? Where are you? Walking around looking at the ground. You never know what you'll find. Probably a dog. Well, I mean, yes, there's cure magic, but I don't think what he's got is something that cure magic will help. In fact, cure magic might even make it worse. Alright, so we've got all these materia. Don't really need any more. What about you? Have you got anything good for us? I think antidote. We go watching TV. Watching President Shinra on the TV. What's he got to say about this new bombing? Ah, and looking at the screen, it looks like it's SINTV. Shinra something network television. Temporarily out of power. Mad Domino also spoke out today against Avalanche. The mayor, you say? Top drawer is empty. Bottom drawer is empty. Now here we have one of the first Turtle Paradise posters. So scattered around the world are these Turtles Paradise news. For delicious wine with a nice zing to it, stop by the Turtles Paradise. Now if you find all of the Turtles Paradise posters scattered through the game and then you go to the Turtles Paradise, you get a special item. Well, that's not where Reno gets his name from. Reno's name is actually like a mistranslation of something. I think it's a cool name though. I can't remember what the item is. It's cool though. Ah, there's a kid in this bed. Glug glug. Now no one will find it. Top drawer and the bottom one. Huh? What could it mean? Oh, there's a secret hidden drawer. The kid's secret stash for 5 gil. Are we gonna steal from the kid? Or are we gonna leave him with his money? Yeah, I was talking before about how all of the many of the NPCs are mouth breathers because of the way they've broken the mouth animations. It's pretty funny. He's all like, alright, taking his money. Aha, kid. Now you got nothing. Well, I don't, but Packet Sender does, apparently. So we've taken it for him. Let's get out of here. Hey, that looked like an actual dog. It didn't have a tentacle or anything. Toot toot, next up, Miga. Miga's supposed to be sparkly and springy and sleeky. Alright, we got this guy. Who won't sell me weapons, because that's this guy's job. Man, he's got some big guns back there. He's got a chainsaw and a claw arm. Alright, we want to get some Titan bangles for the rest of the crew. And don't really need a grenade. I never use those items anyway. Get a Titan bangle. Go. And now we have reached Aeris's house, which is weird because everybody's been saying that like flowers don't grow in the city and you can't grow things under the plate because the sun doesn't shine. And they only grow in the church because that's a special place. And then you get here and there's like flowers everywhere. There's these weird, what are these, like giant, like petrified tree trunks? Like weird stone pillars, there's waterfall. It's a like big field of flowers that looks like it's the number 3. And there's a cover materia. So, what we want to do is we'll give Cloud the cover materia so that when enemies strike at the other characters, it's got a chance that Cloud will jump in front and take the bullet for them. Save our game here. Well, it's funny you should say that, because I think I might call the stream there. We've saved, we've rescued Aeris, and we've brought it back home. And we've made some good progress. So, I think I might leave it there, and this time next week, we might be doing a stream with Splitsy. We might be doing some more Baldur's Gate, hopefully. But my plan is on these Mondays I'm going to stream with Splitsy and alternate streaming me, probably like 1 week with Splitsy, 1 week solo, and work around other things that come up. Glad you guys had a good time. Thank you all for joining in. Man, I love this game, and my first experience with it was like having a friend play through it, and I watched him, and that sold me on the game. So I'm glad I can do the same thing for you fellas. And yeah, all of you have a good day. And yeah, I am hungry. I need some food. You are correct. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I need to munch on something. And yeah. It's been a good time, everyone. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you next time.